Chinese fighter jet intercepted a Coast Guard aircraft carrying journalists during a patrol over the disputed Scarborough Shoal on Wednesday, in the latest flashpoint in the South China Sea. The incident comes only days after two Chinese vessels collided in the same waters, allegedly while trying to block a Philippine supply mission. Aboard the Philippine Cessna Caravan turboprop, a Reuters journalist watched as the Chinese jet closed in at high speed. At one point, the fighter came within 200 feet, roughly 61 meters, of the slower patrol aircraft, maneuvering aggressively behind, above, and alongside it. Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson J. Tariella described the encounter as unsafe and unprovoked, saying the Chinese pilot's proximity posed a serious risk to both aircraft. The tense standoff lasted around 20 minutes, during which radio transmissions from one of two Chinese Navy ships below could be heard ordering the Philippine plane to leave immediately. The Coast Guard crew ignored the demands, continuing their patrol over the atoll that both Manila and Beijing claim as sovereign territory. The Scarborough Shoal, lying about 120 nautical miles west of the Philippine coast, is a key fishing ground and a strategic maritime choke point. Beijing has maintained a near-permanent presence there since taking control in 2012, deploying Coast Guard cutters, naval vessels, and so-called maritime militia fishing boats to assert its claims. On the same day as the aerial interception, two U.S. Navy warships, the littoral combat ship USS Cincinnati and guided missile destroyer USS Higgins, were spotted about 30 nautical miles from the shoal. Their presence comes amid rising tensions and repeated warnings from Washington that it will defend the Philippines under the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty if its forces are attacked. China claims almost the entire South China Sea under its controversial 9-dash line, which the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague ruled invalid in 2016. The tribunal also found China's blockade of the Scarborough Shoal to be unlawful. Despite the ruling, Beijing has refused to recognize the verdict, intensifying its military and paramilitary presence in the region. Philippine officials say at least 4 Chinese Coast Guard vessels and several